singing right along to the sound of a cover band, sneaking sips from a nice cold.
And it was 3 days before Christmas. It was like 2013, I think. And my parents gave me the guitar early because Brett Eldridge was in his hometown Paris, which is like 15-20 minutes from where I live in Terre Haute, Indiana. And I got him to sign it. You know, he told me, you know, I believe in you, play till your fingers bleed. He was like, you know, it can happen for anybody. It happened for me. And that was just like, you know, the big thing was see a guy like that came from the same part of the world as me doing something that, you know, anybody else can do. Really gave me that push and that motivation. I put out 3 EPs within like the first year of what we were doing, and I was working on a 4th. It would have been the 4th one within, you know, 365 days, but I couldn't really find anything I liked, and I was writing songs for it, this and that, but I just wasn't digging them, and it was discouraging. So I kind of wanted to take a break at the time and like kind of get away from it, and you know, get some new stuff going on in my head and this and that, and then come back. But I had that right with Jaren and Corey coming up, and I've always been, you know, I love Jaren. Jaren, I was lucky enough and blessed enough, he, you know, gave me a songwriting deal, and I write songs down there with him, and it's been awesome. But Corey, I've always been a huge fan of Corey's work, you know, and the records that he's done with like Chris Young and everything. So, you know, I wanted to just kind of call it quits for a minute, but then I was like, you know, this is a big write, this is a big deal, and if you know, I don't go in, I might miss out on a big opportunity. So I just said to myself, I'm going. And I went in that day, we wrote the song in like an hour, and it was one of my favorites. I remember I pitched it around, we pitched it around for like a day or two, and I was just like, no, take it off, I don't want it now. And we went and recorded it, put it out that summer, last summer, and obviously brought it back around. So working with those guys is awesome, dude, because they're just so next level, and you know, when you can kind of be around those people like that and learn from them, and see what they're doing, and they can put input into your ideas, it just makes your ideas that much better. So it was a really cool process, and I'm glad, like I said, I didn't skip out on that one because I wouldn't have this song right now. So the first time I ever wrote in Nashville was with Jaren. It was with Jaren and Chris Stefano, and I wrote my song Wannabe, which was the title track to my first EP. And that's exactly what I said. At the time I'd written by myself, and then my friend Gabe, which he's here tonight, he helps out with everything on the road and sells merch and this and that. He's a songwriter as well. So I had written by myself and I written with him. You know what I mean? So I didn't have a lot of experience. I go in, and that's exactly how I describe it. It's like it was a million miles a minute. Just they're going, and I'm just sitting back. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think I said like 10 words the entire ride. But I was there and I learned, and you know, I took it for what it was, and I've only tried to, you know, get better since then. So. I mean, the first time I met Jaren was really cool though, because he was the guy that kind of gave me that opportunity down there, and you know, brought me in, was like getting my name out there, helped me out in that realm of songwriting. But we were at an FGL show, and it was the year that it was Cole Swindell, Cadillac 3, Kane Brown, and FGL on tour, and Jaren hooked me up with tickets, and you know, we all went out and saw the show, and then after we got to go back and hang out on the bus, and we get on, and I mean, you know, I've been doing this for a little while now, so I kind of met everybody. I met a lot of people. It was crazy, but this was like stardom, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh my gosh, and we walk on the bus, and it's Cadillac 3's bus with Cole Swindell sitting right there, and like we're just hanging out, like it was insane. It was the most fun. So he's always, you know, helped me out in that aspect, and I got to meet Dirks Bentley because of him. My signing gift when I signed my deal with him was a gold top 50s tribute Les Paul Gibson guitar. And it was one of his, he gave it to me, but he took it over to Dirk's house like a couple days before, and got Dirk's to like sign it. He said, to Dylan, write some hits on this, and I still got it at my house. It's like, it's awesome. So I've been writing a lot recently, and I've got some songs that I don't really dig. I got a few songs that I really do, and I'm excited about it, and we're actually in the works of talking about it right now, getting something moving for early next year, hopefully. Probably another EP. I think there's like a 4 to 5 song EP that we have to do. It'd be more than that, so we'll see what happens, but got some strong ones that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait for everybody here, and I can't wait to take them from the demo stage and make it the real record, you know what I mean, because that's going to be awesome. A lot of them are stripped down, you know, I want to hear what the producers would do with it, so I'm excited about that. It's going to be cool. It's new, it's fresh, it's very different than a lot of stuff we've done before, but I think that it's going to be some of the most impactful songs I put out as far as live show, you know, the quality of the music, the stories, the relatability that I feel like people are going to be able to understand. I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited about it. I got to write with Rodney Clausen, which is one of the dudes that, you know, I've loved, and he's got so many #1s. He's stupid, and he wrote one with me Justin Wilson and Michael Lawton. And then I also work with Gabe, my friend from back home. He's been getting out of Nashville, meeting a lot of people. He's been getting into rights and, you know, making some connections, you know, making relationships, which is good for him. And we've written a couple that are awesome. And then Michael's involved on a couple other ones. Michael Lawton, Scott Stevens is another one of my dudes down there that I love and good friends with. And that's kind of like the core group right now of the ones that I'm doing. Corey's involved on one. We did one, meet Corey and Tyler Hubbard from FGL. We did one that's really fun. It's cool. Like, we were gonna write something kind of, you know, like you said, it changes with, you know, the younger dudes, and then they grow up and they're like, Tyler stuff. He's like, yeah, we write a lot of songs, you know, just go home playing for our wives. And I was like, well, I don't want that Tyler today. I'm like, I want the anything goes FGL. Let's, you know, pull something out and have some fun and write something cool, because that's who I am right now. You know, that's what I want. So that's kind of where I'm swaying towards and what I'm doing with it. And I want to, you know, because I don't think there's a whole lot of that right now either. Like that party, good time, summer jam, just let's go up, play some music and get crazy. I think that's kind of straight away, especially since FGL has been doing, you know, a little bit of their newer stuff, which I love their newer stuff. You know, it changes with the times, like I said, but I will never, that old stuff, that original stuff they put out is the reason I got in the country in the first place. So that's kind of what I want to start working towards and becoming something like that. The biggest dream is obviously, you know, sell out stadiums, but my goal is to get that going and go to these amphitheaters, go to the amphitheater that I've went to concerts for the past 5 years, every single weekend, and play that stage, and it'd be my crowd, it'd be my show. That's the dream, you know what I mean? Go everywhere. Just see people enjoy what you do while you enjoy it. You know what I mean? You can't beat it. And that's why these big crowds, like, it just amplifies me. It gives me that energy. And I mean, I'm always going to put on my show, no doubt. But it doesn't hurt when there's an extra, like, 2,000 people out there in front of me. You know what I mean? That's it's another level. So we can really bring it out. So that's what I want. I'll probably, like, get the best workouts of my life when there's that many people out there, because I'm going to be running all over the place having the time of my life. That's the dream.
Girl, I think I got a no problem. Hold my hands, 'cause I can't say no to you.